Hello, good afternoon everyone. Today we'll see the phrasing of the menu. Menu must communicate to the user the information about the following. So that means whenever you display a menu, so it should communicate all the below information to the user. Nature and purpose of the menu itself, what for the menu is being given, the nature and purpose of each presented choice, and how the proper choice or choices may be selected. So let us see the menu titles first, right? So main menu, create a short, simple, clear and distinctive title describing the purpose of the entire series of choices. That means whenever you give the title to the main menu, you have to select a short, clear and distinct title which is going to describe the purpose of all the choices available below that. Then submenus. So submenu title must also be worded exactly the same way as the menu choice previously selected to display them. Then general, locate the title at the top of the listing of the choices. That means whenever you give the list of choices, for example, consider edit. So edit is a main menu, so that title should be top of the listing of choices. So below the edit we are giving n number of things like choices like copy, paste. So all the above the main title should be there. So spell out the title, how you can give the spelling for the main menu. That can be only uppercase font you can use, or else mixed combination of both uppercase and lowercase you can use. Then menu choice description. So create a meaningful choice description that are familiar and fully spelled out, and they should be concise, and again they should be distinctive. That means once you give the menu bar, below that whatever choices you are providing, they are also selected in the same way as we have selected the name for the main menu. Description may be a single word or it can be a compound word. Menu bar items should be a single word usually. So like a save, copy, paste. So preferably single words you have to select. So thereafter place the keyword first. Usually the verbs will be placed. Then orientation. So not data oriented wordings are used. Use parallel constructions. Menu choice must never have the same wording as in the main title. So whatever the word you have used in the main title, again you should not provide the same word as a choice under that menu. Suppose edit is the name given in the main menu, you cannot include the drop down in the list of choices which will be displayed in the drop down menu. So none of the choices should have the name edit, because already edit is been given in the top level. Then menu instructions. So for novice, that means for the freshers or inexperienced users, provide the menu completion instruction. That means how they can select and how they can complete that option, that has to be provided to the fresh users. So place the instructions in a position just preceding the part or parts of the menu. So that is just left justify the instruction or indent the menu choice, and leave the space line, so that between the instructions, whenever the menu is being selected, how it works, that should be known to the freshers. Then intent indicator. So cascade indicator, that means to indicate the selection of a item. Whenever suppose there is a main menu, if you select that particular option in the main menu, any option, if again it is leading to another sub menu, then you have to place a small triangle or right pointing solid arrow in that. So once you click on the menu option, then you will get a list of choices in the drop down menu. If that drop down menu option takes you to another menu, that means to another sub menu, in that case you have to give the triangle or the right pointing solid arrow indicating that this particular choice will lead to another sub menu. Then you have to give the window indicator also. Suppose any choice in the menu item, any choice in the menu, if it takes you to the another window, new window, then you have to place the ellipses. Ellipses in the sense 3 dots have to be placed immediately after the word whatever you have used to describe the choice. So immediately after the choice description, you have to put 3 ellipses or 3 dots. So this indicates that that particular menu option will take you to the another new window where n number of options will be there for the user to select. Then direct action items. Direct action items in the sense these choices are directly performed. Once you select that particular choice, whatever action it has been intended, that action will be performed. No special indicators will be required for that menu item. See, in the below example, in the below diagram, we can see that a brush shapes. So to a window indicator, see this is a window indicator is been given. That means immediately after that you could see the ellipses, 3 dots have been put. So this indicates that once you click on brush shapes, it is going to take you to the new window. New window will be displayed, and again n number of options will be there for the user. From within that the user can select. Then edit colors also window indicator is been given. That means once you click on the edit colors, again it is going to take you to the new window. Another window will be displayed, and additional information will be there in that window. From that the user can select. So these first two choices, right? First two choices are having the window indicator. So next choice, get color. See the triangle in front of that. That means it is a cascade indicator. So if you select that option, it indicates that it is going to take you to another sub menu. One more menu will be displayed. Beside that, again options will be there in that menu. You can select any of the option from that menu. See, save color. Save color is a direct action item. So neither it is going to take you to the new window, nor it is going to display any sub menu. So whenever you select that particular option, for which action it has been intended, that action will be carried out. Next, keyboard equivalents. To facilitate keyboard selections of the menu choice. See, menu options can be selected either using a pointing device, that is your mouse, or else it can be selected using a keyboard also, right? So that have to be provided to that option has to be provided to the user. So always you have to assign the keyboard equivalent mnemonic. So the mnemonic should be the first character of the main menu's item description. Usually we will take the first character as a keyboard mnemonic. So if already that particular character has been selected for any other menu item, then you have to go for the other character. So mnemonic, how we are going to specify that this is a keyboard mnemonic? So that keyboard mnemonic is specified by underlining it. So you might have seen in the options like file, edit, view. So in the file, F will be underlined, edit, E is underlined. So these are the keyboard mnemonics which are used by the user. So to highlight that to the user, these particular characters have been underlined. So keyboard mnemonic has to be given. So next is keyboard accelerator. So keyboard accelerators for frequently used items, that means more commonly we are going to use those particular items, then keyboard accelerators can be provided. Keyboard accelerators are the nothing but the shortcut keys. What do we call them, right? So user using those keys, he can select that particular menu option using the keyboard itself. The accelerator can be one function key and other combination of keys. That means always the accelerator will be the combination of at least 2 keys. So 2 keys is acceptable. At the max you can have 3 keys. Always with the accelerator plus symbol is used. So plus symbol indicates that you have to press all the keys at a time. At the same time you have to press. That is indicated using plus. Like control F, control Q you might have used, right? Control C copy के लिए, control V for paste के लिए. So control C, control and C, control plus C will be used. So control plus means control as well as C has to be pressed at the same time. So these are the shortcut keys. So this also has to be provided. This keyboard accelerator has to be provided in the menu options. Whenever you go to menu, suppose edit, if you select, so if you go to edit, you have copy option, right? So in front of copy option, you can see control plus C. That means whenever you are displaying the list of choices under the menu item, not only you have to give the name of the choice Apart from that, you have to give the keyboard accelerators also. Those also have to be displayed in the menu, so that after seeing that the user can use the shortcut keys if he is interested in using the keyboard itself. So accelerators must be provided in front of the options. So always separate the accelerator from the item description at least by 3 spaces. So item description, suppose copy is the item description, at least 3 spaces must be left. After that you have to give the shortcut keys. Control plus C can be given after 3 spaces. So separate, right align the key description. Do not use the accelerator for menu items. See, don't use the shortcut keys for the menu items within the main menu itself. See, suppose file is there or edit is there, in front of edit you are not getting any shortcut keys. In front of file option, no shortcut keys have been specified. So do not use the accelerators for the main menu items, right? And again, pop-up menus are there. That means if any menu item is selected, if that choice is going to take you to the sub menu, then no shortcut key has to be specified in front of that. Instead we are going to give the small triangle marks, as just now we have discussed. Small triangle will be used to indicate that this particular choice will take you to the another sub menu. See the example over here. Keyboard mnemonics have been given in this. See, suppose if you have clicked on the style is the main menu option. Under that you have the drop down menu, this one. So wherein a number of choices have been displayed: normal, bold, italic, underline. So keyboard mnemonics, see, keyboard mnemonics is also given by underlining N, by underlining bold, by underlining I. Thereafter, keyboard accelerator, in front of those choice description you can see the keyboard accelerator. That is, for bold के लिए shortcut key is used is Control plus B, Control plus I, Control plus U. So these are the shortcut keys which have to be given to the right of the choice description. So at least 3 spaces must be there between the choice description and the shortcut keys. See, the space between bold, after completion of bold, minimum 3 spaces must be there. After that you can give the shortcut keys. Thank you. We'll continue selecting menu choices in the next class.